Hello. This is Dr. Stephen Hawkins, and you are listening to my favorite podcast, Mouse and Weens.
Mouse and weens and a 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 mouse and weens.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing.
Mouse and Weens.
It's true.
Once again, here we are. I'm Mouse. I'm Joelle. I'm the mom one, the wifey one, the spoiled, rotten one up in San Diego. Up in San Diego. Down in San Diego.
I just said this today. Up and down. It's always confusing. We are spinning on a giant sphere.
I know.
Through outer space. We don't know
Who
what's
are
up
you?
and down. Who am I? I am Weens, otherwise known as Julianne, Juls. What other names? We don't know. I'm currently in Los Angeles, California.
Yep.
The swinging state.
The hot spot of all movie and media and models. How's the scene? Are more people out? Are people getting back into movies and stuff? Are jobs calling you? What's happening?
Yes, but I don't like to talk about it because I am focused on another thing, and I've had to say no, and I've been very mysterious. One called me out, Matt from the old show I was on. He was like, "You did this last time, and you said you were busy, and you're very mysterious. What's going on?" And I just don't want to tell it. I don't want to. I just want to do my thing, and then I'll jump back in if I have to make some money again.
This is you. You've always been a rebellious girl.
What do you mean rebellious?
Well, you don't like following the norm. You like creating your own path, which is great. I mean, not rebellious in a bad way, but like you're not the traditional go to work, check in at 9, check out at 5. You've always had, especially, and then when authority gets involved, you're like,
Really?
Right? Is there a little bit of that? Are you a little bit like?
I feel like I'm pretty normal these days.
Yeah?
Do you feel that, or well? What are I think you're trapped in the mindset of me being like 15 and you haven't let it go. Do you think that you still
You just,
think that?
right before we said 1, 2, 3, start, you yelled at me and said, "Don't tell me what to do."
I was kidding. She goes, "We'll press 1, 2, 3, start, and then we'll start recording." Don't tell me what to do. I was joking.
Okay. But don't you have a little bit of the man, like the man's keeping me down? Nothing is left of that?
Well, let me see. Okay, if I answer honestly, I'm going to close my eyes and we're going to go inside for a minute. I do not like... Yeah, that's kind of true. I like to create my own schedule.
Yeah, right? Like,
I mean, but how... I don't have a completely independent job, but I do have I don't have any job, actually, but in the past tense, I did have a job where it was more freelance, and it seemed to work better for my style of living. I think I had a hard time. You and I worked together in the cubicles, and it was a lovely experience, but I was
graphic
having
design,
a hard time.
Biotech. Yeah, but you also likened back to that and said that it was one of your happier times in life because it was nice and scheduled. And
I do like structure in a weird way. So what I'm liking, though, I like doing school because there's a structure, but I'm also independently doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to show up anywhere. I don't have to drive. I don't have to make a fuss. I don't have to put on makeup.
Right.
Isn't that nice? And
it is.
It's something that is exciting. I think it's more about, here's my thing. I took all these like weird tests that we took for personality, like Myers-Briggs, and are you an INFP, more of a judge person or a feeling person? Does anyone know about this? I think that's the Myers-Briggs.
Myers-Briggs, and then there's Enneagram stuff, and then horoscope stuff. I mean, it's all kind of...
I've done it all. But my personality, I can't remember off the top of my head entirely, except that I'm a person who's curious. That was number one. And I like to set my own schedules, and I would be good working for myself, and also need to jump out and hang out with people, but then I like to retreat for a couple hours because it's too much. Whereas some people get their juice from going out. I get a little juice, but I need to leave after a few hours.
Yeah, you just want little sips, not a whole glass.
Not a whole
None
glass of
that.
people. That would be gross. So
Soylent Green are people.
right now, she does this and her jaw goes out from under the bottom, so she looks like Gomer Pyle, and she moves her jaw back and forth.
It's a very Phil Hartman face, if anyone watched.
That's right. Maybe
His
that's what I'm
Soylent
thinking
Green
of.
skit, right? That was my... But I'm missing a tooth, too, so there's an extra...
She's got a tooth. That's why we're not on video. And she's so embarrassed.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
I would have gotten my tooth and makeup and hair done, but tell them the real reason why.
Because I have... My boobs are hanging out. Hey, don't talk about boobs anymore. I'm hot is the thing. And I'm in a little tank top.
Hot boobs?
Hi
What?
there. And you make...
Yeah.
Okay, here's where my sister forces me to get all like tucked in a soundproof environment, which this is so boring. Why don't you tell me about your personality, Jill? Are you a person that likes structure? Do you like working the 9 to 5? Does it make you feel good?
I do like that, although I don't now because I'd rather be a stay-at-home mom and take care of these
Are you
guys.
liking this?
I do like my life. I really do. I like being a stay-at-home mom. I want to be present. I don't want to leave them to their own devices because
Why?
I remember what I did when left to my own devices.
Yeah, but they're going to do it anyway. I keep telling you. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're doing it up in the room because your room is about 4,000 square feet away from you, where they're holing away in their bedrooms doing
But they're not
weird
throwing
things.
parties and jumping on the trampoline and drinking vodka and, that kind
You
of stuff.
were?
Like, you were.
All right.
Like, both of us. We were both like little after-school rebels, and from 3 to 5, we'd go nuts if Dad wasn't around. And, yeah, I just think it's good to have a parent around, especially when they're older. It's important when they're younger, too, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So, and luckily, the way the universe has worked out and Dave's worked really hard. I worked hard too.
Yes. I think you're very responsible and mature.
We have a lifestyle that allows us to just have one income.
Yeah.
so.
You're about to get a private chef in Kauai. You want to tell him about that?
No, that's why I told you that before. I didn't want to talk about it. So
I think it's
so
You've got a friend that
awful.
hooked you up with the place. I would take that. I wouldn't turn it down.
I know. It sounds so Real Housewives.
Do you feel like a real housewife?
No, I feel like a fake. I'm a big imposter syndrome lady.
See, we grew up at the thrift stores, my sister and I.
Yes.
And I remember it was so, I still love thrift stores because it was so exciting because it was like that, I'm going to parallel thrift stores to Neil McKay, my dentist, had a treasure box when we get our teeth cleaned. We get to go poke around in his treasure box and pull out something.
Yeah.
That sounded really weird, but he wasn't that kind of dentist. Nothing happened. But
Let me show you my treasure box. It's attached to my belt.
Joelle.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's called
Yeah.
a pink torpedo. No, Joelle, golly, how does it go so weird all of a sudden? Anyway, but I love the thrift store for that same reason. You could pull pink torpedoes off the shelf.
You never knew what you were going to get. I know.
Yeah.
I didn't like it because it smelled like dead skin cells everywhere.
Joelle.
I still can't.
She hates smells.
I do.
I remember
You
I
do
would have a
too.
friend sleep over and you would sniff the pillow and go, ew.
You. Wait a minute. Currently, you have adopted that. Finally. You can tell when anyone has sat on your couch or used your pillow or
It's
blanket,
a little
you
weird.
wash
but
everything.
I think your olfactory's heightened when you're, I don't know, I think you get a mature nose.
Yeah.
But you had one always. You always were sniffing around, you little freako.
Yeah, big Jimmy Durante nose on little 6-year-old me. Back to
Thrift store. We grew up in a environment that I think when you're used to burying pennies like squirrels, then you you
did we
always have
bury
that in you.
pennies?
I buried pennies like a squirrel and the Flintstone vitamins I didn't want to take. They were in a pile under the couch. So
That was your other nickname, Squirrel. Yeah.
because I don't like grape. I don't like
I
grape.
don't either. Nobody likes grape. Why do they make
yes,
grape
people
anything?
like this. I don't know if I could. Someone liked Grape, and I didn't relate to them anymore. You can't like Grape. It's so
It's a
gross.
deal breaker. Yeah, fluoride, cough syrup.
Yes.
The vitamins.
Everything.
Popsicles. What about
Yeah.
juice? Grape juice?
Grape juice is good.
Yeah, I'll give it an exception for grape juice. But
When it's not.
That's it.
Drink. The grape drink. Like that stuff.
It's not like Kool-Aid. I didn't like Kool-Aid grape juice, but the actual Welch's, like real grape juice.
We
That's
didn't
okay.
have Kool-Aid grape juice, my sister. We only had
No.
red. Everything red. But remember red vines, the ropey kind? Oh, boy, would we roller skate with those ropes.
Wait.
They were all...
Red vines or Twizzlers? Because this
Oh,
is the
God.
problem
No.
in our house.
Red vines, of course.
Red vines all the way. My husband likes Twizzlers.
It's how you were raised. I like Taco Bell. People like Del Taco. I also can't date them.
Yeah. Well, there you go, people.
I think
All
it's
you
when
guys
you're-
out there, no
Yeah.
Del Tacos, would you? All right, Weens. Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor. We are sponsored by Dream Dinners. Oh my gosh, you guys. Everybody go to dreamdinners.com right now. I'm giving you the biggest life hack, the game changer that really made me feel good about family meal times again. Dreamdinners.com or mouseandweens.com to get the link and enter mouseandweens99 at checkout. If you're in the local area of Poway or San Marcos, you will get $99 off your first full order, and you can choose to have free delivery while we are in shutdown. But Dream Dinners is a meal prep service. It's different than the others. It doesn't come necessarily fresh in a box, and if you don't cook it right away, it rots. It's already wonderfully prepared in bags, and you pop them in your freezer, you pop them into your fridge when you're ready to thaw them out and cook them up, and you have yourself a nice, fresh, gourmet dinner on the table that's really easy to prepare, about 20-30 minutes. Anyone can do it. The kids do it. Dave helps me do it. The foods are so great. The meals are wonderful. Charlotte was just saying how excited she was to see a bunch of our new Dream Dinner bags ready to go for the week. So she couldn't wait for our mealtime, which is what I want as a mom, and I hope you do too. This is also great for single folks and even for your parents if someone's older and doesn't want to spend a lot of time shopping, prepping, cooking. This is the perfect option for them. So do go to dreamdinners.com, enter mouseandweens99 at checkout if you're local. Otherwise, choose your location and just go for it. It's not a subscription. You can end anytime, but go to dreamdinners.com and change your life. All right. Weens, what are we talking about today?
Nothing,
Tell me.
apparently. Again, nothing is the answer.
No, that's not the answer. We're looking at our little
is...
docket, and I was going to start a whole new intro. We were going to do a new thing. Should we do it now?
Yeah, do it
All
right now.
Okay. Weens, you are a master musician, and you have written a lot of songs and performed them. So I am going to find a song and play it, and you have to guess the name of your song.
You're kidding.
And tell me what it's about.
Wait a second. I have to
What?
guess the name. I don't remember names of anything, but I will try.
Okay, or guess the next lyric. Let's do
Okay.
that. That'll be the contest. Okay, I'm going to pause. Not
This
really
is so
pause,
funny.
but
Thanks. You're very nice
Yeah.
to do this.
it'll be fun. Okay, hang tight.
Have you ever heard of that song? Get into my car. Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, beep, beep. Yeah. Oh,
It's the worst.
worst.
Billy Ocean.
Billy
right?
Ocean.
Yeah.
No.
It's not a good song.
That was
It's-
on, and there was a video, and someone was getting into his car, and they were driving with a white
Yeah.
backdrop. It was too much.
Why did we like that?
We didn't, is the answer. Did you?
No.
Okay,
No.
where were you at the time? I'm going to tell you where I was. How about that? I
Okay.
was at lunch. I would go to Nicole Simon's house, I believe, in junior high, and then we would go and watch MTV. And you and I did not have MTV because we had two channels. One was PBS, and one was
ABC, NBC. We had all the basics, but
and
yeah,
the
our
fuzzy
dad.
screen where we tried to take secret peeks of boobs.
Right. Our dad was pretty sure that MTV Madonna writhing around on the stage was going to turn us into whores. And
Guess what happens, folks?
Yeah. You
seek it out somewhere else, Joelle. This is what I'm telling you about the kids. I think. Well, okay. Right. I don't know.
I'm pretty good. I'm not as like I talk more than I act, so they're fine. They're not.
But don't listen to me. I don't have kids. Okay, now.
Okay, are you ready? I'm going to play a song.
Well, I was in the middle of a story.
Oh, sorry. Yes, right, Nikki.
Okay, here were the hot ticks on the MTV video screen. This would be circa 89, 90, and it was.
No, you're a freshman at that point. 14. Is that about right?
How do you know this? Good for you.
Because I graduated 90.
Madonna's "Like a Prayer" was on the MTV. Okay, here's a question for the viewer listeners. What year was this when MTV was in heavy rotation playing "Pour Some Sugar on Me"? Pour some sugar on me. And "Just Like a Prayer," Madonna. And "She Drives Me Crazy." The worst. And Red Wine, I believe, was around that same time. Oh!
Yeah. Who's
the only
again?
cool one was "She Drives." That one?
UB40?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah?
Let's not talk about that song ever again. But do you remember this era? Because it was like the same 4 videos.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Or are we leaving this open for later on social media?
Yeah, guess.
Okay.
No peeking.
I would say, no, I'm not. 1986.
Okay. We'll check it out later and come back to it. By the way, and I would have to run around that dirt. Remember at Pine Valley, there was a dirt racetrack, like right outside the fence?
Yeah, and Boone Acres.
Is that what it was called? Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
the park on the other side, yeah.
Yeah. And I hated running. I thought it was so boring to run in a circle. So I would just shuffle my feet. I was always laugh. I was always laugh? What the heck?
That was a cue. I was supposed to laugh.
It worked.
Got it.
Got you again. No, it was, I would do, well, you got to have faith. Shoot, shift, shuffle, my feet to the beat. Keep going around. And then do like 3 miles like that on that dumb racetrack.
Would you turn around and shake your jeans butt too at the same time?
Like George Michael.
Yeah.
He had an earring in his left ear. Did not even make much mention of that.
None of us picked up on it. No. Nope. We were all hot for George.
We
had
not
no
care.
Idea.
George was gorge.
Oh,
all right.
Sweet George.
Sick. I can't believe I just said that.
No, I'm always surprised when I look up old videos and things like that. Like this happened with our last episode when we were talking about you dropped a bomb on me, baby. And I posted the video to social media because, oh my God, the video was so bad. It's so bad. And I thought it was so cool. We all did. It was a hit. It's so crazy.
We had some bad stuff happening back then.
Yeah. And it was all a lot later than I thought it was.
There were a lot of sunglasses that came down on the nose and like guys looking at the girl roller skating by with the sunglass nose. Like, yeah.
And the hair, such bad hair, like gel and shiny. I remember putting mousse on my hair and I had the full mullet with the curls in the back, but the feathers in front. And I wanted the wet look and it had to be crunchy wet. So if you touched it, it wouldn't move.
I did not like that era.
I know. You could crunch a curl. That was what I was going for. It's so bad.
I remember trying to fit in so bad and crimping my hair in it. I just remember almost being in tears because I couldn't make it look like the videos and stuff. And I
remember doing I did your hair. I feathered your hair for a school picture and it turned out perfectly. You had a great feather, like 2 feathers on both sides. And I was so proud of myself that I made you look nice for, I think it was 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. Do you remember?
That was probably the one where I wore a hat at the end of the day. I stuck a hat on.
No. This was elementary. I think it was 6th grade. I think it was your last school picture.
Look up those
I'll find it.
Okay.
I'm going to find it and post it because you're the cutest.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
I'm
surprised because I didn't think you paid much attention to me, did you?
Well, that was probably the last year you changed and then you turned into a entitled twerp and I had to
wait a second.
Oh, not this again.
Seriously,
not this again.
No, you grew boobs and you got mean.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, it happened.
But do you remember, can we watch some videos? Remember you and
Chrissy?
Diane, Chrissy, yes. And all ha-cha-cha stuff you used to do? It was that, but turned up to 100 in front of my friends. It was so bad, Julianne. You have to remember.
It was really entertaining, if I remember correctly. I remember singing all the lyrics to the Beastie Boys songs. Was that time? Is that when you talking about?
Maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
We knew all the songs. Okay. Well, let's do it. Wait. Oh, how does that one go? Gall darn it. The one.
Here's a little story.
Parents just don't understand. Here's a little story. I got to tell. No. Parents just don't understand. Would a lunatic drive a Porsche like this? Hello? Anyone? You don't know that one?
No, this was all you. You spent so much time learning all this stuff.
Every word. Every word.
I was busy teaching Jim French algebra, I think, at that point. I don't know. All right, Weens.
Yo.
We're ready to play your song. Speaking of all this wonderful music.
Joe.
Okay. I'm going to
can I front porch this, as they say in writing?
Sure. Okay.
I have mostly recorded my own songs, except for a couple exceptions. So if it doesn't sound like radio quality, that's why I was learning how to record myself.
No, which is fine. It's good.
My idea was always I would write a song and then someone else could then either give me lots of money or they, they could record it themselves.
Right.
Which happened with a couple bands, did take my songs and play them.
See? That's good. I know the one. There's one I have that's
Fishbone
really good.
Angelo took the line to the Palmetto Bug Stomp song. And he used it with his band.
Nice. Look
at
that.
Another one recently. Okay.
All right. I'm going to play a little bit. And then I'll put it in post so it sounds better. But here you go. And I want you, Weens, to tell me what song this is, title, what the next lyric is, and then once I tell you, we'll talk about the past. Ready? Okay, here it goes.
I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where...
Go ahead.
Oh,
did you hear it?
Supposed to, it's kind of hard to hear.
Oh.
Okay, I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Right?
Let's see.
Everything's great.
Yeah, you did it. Very good.
Don't worry if a car pulls up with windows tinted, because in 2 million BC, cars hadn't been invented.
What? Okay, let's see.
I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Don't have to cut your hair. Don't even need to shave. Nobody will care. We all live in a cave. I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Don't worry when a car pulls up with windows tinted, 'cause in 2 million BC, cars hadn't been invented. I could be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Your friends and when they will be back. They only leave to hunt and bring you back some snacks. I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Don't need to make decisions like salsa hot or mild. You only have flight or fight instincts, 'cause you are wild. I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. No awkward social outings, 'cause you brought the conversation. You gave the world their fire. Time for a celebration.
The whole thing.
Weens.
Oh, I'm turning red. It's so interesting. It feels like kind of vulnerable.
Aw, he's just like Chris Martin in interviews. He doesn't like listening to his own songs. Back,
Yeah, it's weird because you do
that's
them.
nice.
Even this one wasn't even like a meaningful, deep song. This
Right?
one I wrote for the Aquabats Super Show when they needed a scene for the people dancing in the oh god, I forget what it's called, the spaceship battle tram.
Oh, cool.
It was a Winnebago that was a battle Winnebago type thing.
Yeah. Aquabats is a kids show, but it's also with a punk band that plays on what channel is it now?
Now it's on
streaming.
Tubi, I think. Anyway, I
Tubi.
wrote.
Yeah, it's great.
They also, the creator of that show did Yo Gabba Gabba, which is maybe people know more, but it's a great show, by the way. People should watch it. I wrote this, and everybody had an opportunity. They were very cool about like anyone throw your hat in the ring for any like writing or music or whatever. And I wrote this, and then I sent it into the Dropbox, and I wrote them an email like, "Hey guys, I wrote a song," and I looked at it later. Nobody had even opened it.
Oh,
I think it was so busy that would happen a lot. It was just everyone was all over the place because it was very little money and you had a million things to accomplish. And I just remember being like, nobody even heard it.
Oh, well, we'll play it here, and it
Thanks,
is available
Joel.
for purchase if anyone would like
Purchase.
to look up Weens, jeggold@gmail.com. Can I give out your real email?
Yeah.
Is that bad? No,
No,
mouseandweens@gmail.com. Reach out to us, and we'll hook you up if you are interested in this song.
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh.
good. It's so cute. What's all the musician stuff on it? Is that all samples and things
That's all
like that?
me,
or-
man. I did keyboards for the
That's so cool.
horns, and those are all my voices. So I did a low, you have to do low and high and multiple vocals. And so it was all keyboards. I probably did like a shaker or something. Since I don't really know how to do drums very well on the keyboard. Some people are good at that.
But you're an awesome editor, and you can find sounds and make them work however
Stick
you
'em
need
in.
to. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Amazing. It sounds so good, too. I love it. So
Thank you.
why do you, like, what is it about music that makes you...
Are we going into a full interview?
Well, no, but like
That's so
you
sweet.
said, out of all the parts of the podcast that I like doing the music the best. You've
Yeah.
said that before.
I always
So what is
love-
it that makes you...
Okay, I think the part of what I like, I've kind of deduced everything down because I've had a very, we'll say smorgasbord style of living in life. It's so I said, what do I love to do? And it's to take. We don't have to make this that complicated. I like to make songs because it's fun, and it's coming up with the idea out of nowhere in your brain and bringing it to life.
Yeah.
So it's like storytelling. That's what I kind of figured out I like to do. Like
Right.
we did the Garden Girl
Yeah.
play. So it was an idea in your head that you bring to the stage. And
Which
then
is a musical, so it was very like story and song. which
Yeah, I
makes
just
sense.
said that was always plunking around of this would be really fun. And I like that whole world of bringing something to life through stories in whatever medium, whether it's music or film
Movie.
or plays.
Writing. Yeah. You're good at it too. Do you like the idea of the finite quality of it? That it's like a one and
Yes.
done and move on to the next
Yes.
thing? Yeah. I was, that's where I was leading you. 'Cause
Oh,
I know that about you. You're like, you can't not necessarily stick with one thing for too long, but you get bored and it can't be the same thing over and over. And so with music, you can always do
that is correct.
this kind of song, that kind of song. I love it. Yeah.
I remember
So-
singing for, it was like, I love the Face Your Fears thing. So I had a chance to sing with the band at the Marina Del Rey boat show. And there were like 10,000 people on the shore and you just go by and do your thing. So it's like low pressure, but kind of still, no, it was a little high pressure. I'd never done anything like that. But I remember thinking, if this ever turned into a thing, because we were doing a lot of cover songs, I go, that would be awful. And I would not like this at all.
Yeah. Because then you're stuck playing your same songs over and over, right?
And if they're yours, it might be different. But if they're someone
That's true.
else's, I just knew for myself that's not me.
Yeah.
There's no, and that's the same with doing the job in the film, where I feel like I've
Right.
kind of, like I know enough that it's no longer
It's
stimulating.
someone And it's someone else's creation. I mean, you're a part of it. You're a cog in the wheel, but it's not your baby.
Yeah, it's just it's a job. And it's a... So anyway, the storytelling thing, it's like Hans Christian Andersen. I love all that. What do you think, Joe? Do you relate to this at all?
Are you getting uncomfortable because you're on the hot seat?
Big spotlight on me right now in my own mind.
No, I think it's great, though. You are the musician in the family, and I think it's wonderful.
We all are. Mom is, you are, and Dad was too.
I'm more of a fan. I'm not a creator necessarily.
You're a good singer.
But...
I just want to say, let's fluff each other up. All right, let's keep moving.
All right. Yeah. Anyway. Great. Okay, so Cave Girl. I love it. That was great. What was the dance scene, and what did they end up using in Aquabats? Do you remember?
Something about go fishing, and it was a scene where they wanted a dorky song for a dance party that happened really fast in one of the episodes. Okay. And I think it was the same episode Kelsey was in.
Oh, yeah.
And she would know, and I forget. So,
yeah, there was a scene she was screaming by bonfire, I remember, right? So.
Oh, yeah. So it was the one with the mummies. I think it was called Mummy something. And anyway, the Aquabats is a really good show, guys. It's like a kitschy 1960s Batman meets, it's live action.
Yeah. Pow, wham, bam. It's cute. It's super fun. All right. Next, weens. I have on the docket that, I wanted to give a shout out to the feedback we received on our last episode about raising my sassy teen boy, who I still am about to sign up for debate camp, And it's been nice. There's been a lot of moms that reached out and they were like, oh my gosh, we're going through the same thing. Thank you for talking about it. And that's a great idea, We have a listener who said, you are so helpful to all of us raising teen boys that haven't experienced this behavior with them yet until now. Thank you. So thank you guys for listening and for providing feedback. We always love that. So
that's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. It's nice to know that it might be helping somebody, even though we're silly and talk about things and goof around and ping pong around. But we do try to put things out there that could help people a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry.
It's cool. I love when people write in, and it's nice to hear feedback and,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So the other thing I was thinking about when I wrote this all up was, first of all, I have some bad news, Weens.
Don't. I can't hear it. Don't do that.
Justin the fish died.
Joelle.
I'm so sorry to tell you. Weens, you're such the animal lover. And
what
I know
happened?
You
guys
cared
didn't
about
stimulate him enough.
Not right. He just died of old age. He had an old
Don't
man.
get any more fish, please.
Beta fish beard. We had him for like 2-3 years. We had him for so long.
That's enough in the fish department. Last time you guys killed your goldfish too.
It died a natural. It was so big. It was as big as my hand.
30 years.
I know.
And you guys never went in the tank. Nothing. Okay, not to make you feel guilty, but please don't buy any more fish.
I'm just saying.
You have to watch the documentary called Seaspiracy. Also, everybody, I'm telling you, it's very good and very important.
All right. Fish have feelings.
Seaspiracy.
Don't eat them. Don't keep them as pets.
Just don't keep them as pets.
Okay.
Stop going to the pet store, everyone. Please don't buy any more pets.
All right.
Just put them out of business.
Okay.
No more. You can have cats and dogs that are rescue animals. And please, that's my little 2 cents.
All right. Then you're not going to like what I was about to talk about, which is
don't talk about
weird
it, which
pets.
is you're going to go to a breeder.
No.
What?
No, weird pets. People's weird pets. I put a note out. People write in about your weird pets or weird pet stories.
Oh, see, I know. I'm such a bum out. This comes from my own pet guilt and shame. I worked at a lizard store, pet store. I saw it from the inside. It's no good. Yeah. I would not support them anymore.
All right.
I don't like the idea of...
I know.
Okay. I'm done.
Well, I don't know
where...
I don't know where these people got their pets. The thing that inspired me was we were sitting in the car and Charlotte made friends with this fly. And it was just this weird little fly that kept landing on her leg and walking around. It wouldn't leave, and it kept landing in the same spot. And she named it, and she had a whole relationship with it between here and, the high school, and then the middle school, and then on to buy some French fries, and then back home. And but the sad part was, she got so attached, and it was reminding me of you with all your animals. But Toby got in the car, and it kind of flew in the back seat. And he was like, there's a fly in here. And he swatted it and killed it instantly.
No.
And it was this whole like 30-minute buildup. And she named him and talked about his family. And like, it was a whole thing. You know, being 10, she did that. But she moved on.
She's such a sweet heart. I know.
It
She
was
also
cute.
can move on.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Oh my God. Just timing.
So it just reminded me of you being attached to different pets that you
Harry
had
Larry.
through the years. Harry Larry. Tell everybody about Harry
My
Larry.
frog.
See?
Well, wait. Are we sticking to a topic, or are we just moving around here?
Well, that was the topic. It's on the docket. We did your song. That was the intro.
Oh, it was the one song. Okay, I thought we were doing like a few songs, and that was the topic. Okay.
This is why I
We
wanted
don't
to
have a
talk
topic.
before we recorded.
We could talk before we record. I didn't know that you wanted to talk. I thought we were doing the winging it as usual.
Oh, yeah. Well,
If we're doing a structure, let me know. We can structure.
okay.
I will always make time for you. Your family.
I know, but I always am like under the gun with you with your school schedule now. I
Do you
feel
want to
like
clear your throat before you yell at me? Or okay.
No, I feel like I only have a quick hour, and it's like we have to start on the dot and go, and you got to go. Things are due. Did you get all your work done that's due by midnight, by the way?
Today, yes.
Yay. Okay, good.
I have to move around, folks. Move your body, because I was starting to, my neck and my back. My neck and my back. I just watched Friday for the first time, and I couldn't get all the way through it. And I couldn't. It's real slow. People are going to hate me for this. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's been ages, though. Maybe everybody
never
was
saw it at the
stoned when
prime.
we watched it.
Yeah, I think maybe you have to get high. So
Yeah, that might be
we'll make
part
that
of
a
it.
real big event someday. No, I will not. I don't like weed, do you?
Oh my God. Wait, we were talking about pets. Do you not want to talk
Perfect.
about pets? This
Not
is
really.
a sore subject. Okay.
No, go ahead and talk about, there's a lot of people with who are good pet owners.
All right. We had Stu the rooster. We had Harry Larry the frog. You had lots of snakes. Anoles. What are anoles?
Those are the ones that I feel so guilty about because I didn't have the proper food, and they all died.
Yeah.
They're lizards, and I still have, and I have to let it go, but I did not feed them properly. I had an iguana, didn't feed him properly either. Every time I smell kidney beans, it reminds me of rotting beans.
Ew.
I was too young to have pets, and I was kind of responsible for them at a too young age. That's why I'm real sensitive about, like, if a kid goes, I want a fish like Nemo, and then the parent buys the fish, and then it just sits there and dies. And then like the cute hamster, what happened to your guys' hamster?
It lived a full life. They only lived 2-3 years, and yeah.
How many times did you pet it and touch it?
All the time. We took care of it. It was fine.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
This did
No,
not
it's
go
my
well.
own. This is called projection,
idea.
folks.
I just wanted to talk about cute animals because my friend has sugar gliders, which I thought were so neat. I was asking her about them. Not that I'm going to get them or kill them, but she was just telling me about them. And they eat the big old weird tomato hornworms from the garden, and they fly around. And she would take them to the grocery store in her pocket, and they're like little flying squirrels. Do you know what they are? Sugar gliders? Yeah.
I actually have a little story. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Here's a little story I got to tell. My friend's girlfriend had one, and she brought it over to their house, and they have a really big house. And there was a guest who was like the head of Parsons Fashion School in New York, and she's this, lovely, kind of robust, we'll say rotund, robust fashionista with the big New York. Who would she look like? Elvis Costello glasses with the real all black clothing that's real drapey, and a rotund woman who's got a voice like this. She talks like this, and the next morning, I heard this scream. I was staying over the two. They had all these bedroom. And then she goes, a monkey. Oh, no, it was the next day she was telling us. I'm so sorry. She goes, a monkey came to me last night. I saw yellow eyes and it was staring at me. It was a monkey and it came to me at night. I don't know what it was. I couldn't sleep all night. And it turns out the sugar glider came and flew in her room and somehow stuck to the lampshade by her head and then disappeared and flew again. She thought she was visited by a monkey and thought it might have been a spirit. She was all confused. And so that was because they come out at night. I guess they're nocturnal.
Yes. So that was the thing. This woman, my friend, is a mom, and she had them from another state. They're actually, I don't think they're legal to have here.
This is why you don't have them.
Right. I know. But it was like she had them, and they moved, and she brought them with her. And so she has a nice setup, and she's a gardener and the whole thing. But she's like, yeah, but they're nocturnal. So just like hamsters, the kids are like, yay, let's play with the sugar gliders.
And
they sleep all night or sleep all day, and they play all night, and they're loud. And so they're in the other room so they can all sleep. And yeah, she's like, looking back, not such a good idea. But
yeah,
it just sounded so cute to have them in our pockets. But I know we're not going to do it. I'm living
also
vicariously.
They're wild animals, and they should be wild.
Yes.
Is my theory, and that like a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
You have an animal and you go, oh, they're nocturnal.
Right. I know, the little things. And then there's mom and dad in the 70s, they had a spider monkey named Spunky the monkey. And that was, I guess it was legal back then in Arizona in the 70s, but yeah, not so much.
Also, spider monkeys are known to be a little rough.
Aggressive.
I remember that thing would rip your shirt. Well, I might be remembering a photo, but Dad had a ripped shirt, and I remember him talking about the spider monkey would bite and rip.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you remember this?
I don't remember that story, no. I do remember the ripped shirt in the picture, but yeah. Okay. Tarantula, I asked this on Twitter. We had Trisha and Shauna from Two Girls on a Bench. They had a roommate in college who had a pet tarantula named Diddums.
That's so cute.
But how do you feel about tarantulas? Because remember the one I caught when we were young, and I brought it to school in a coffee can, and then it became the classroom pet, and we all learned from it. But again, it was from the wild.
What'd you learn?
It's
that
from
there's
the
a spider
wild
in a cage.
But we fed it, and it's a whole habitat thing. Like, what do they eat?
I know. The thing is, I'm a total...
Well, sometimes maybe they're safer in a cage. Sometimes.
No, Joe. I don't agree with that. Because that's, first of all, wrong. I looked it up. It's 25 years on average in a cage and 30 in the wild for, I don't know.
A tarantula?
No.
Oh.
But, like...
Snakes?
The average was 5 years longer in the wild. I can't remember what the 25 years was for.
Keeping them.
But that is a misnomer. That is
we all
false.
want to say that. We're saving an animal by taking care of it. I get it. Okay. Are you in PETA, Weens? How do you feel about PETA?
I think that's maybe there. I think it's better. That was the pendulum swung very far to the left on that one. And there are some people that are extremists in all different facets, especially,
So you're PETA light?
I'm PETA light. I think I just like... and I'm sorry I ruined your whole segment here but I'm not sorry. Sorry. Not sorry.
It's a platform for you to talk about it. But that's good. You're passionate about the animals.
There's a lot of people that aren't going to like
I should have
me
known
for that.
better. I should have known. We were going to talk about Keith from Pop-Up Filmcast. He had a hamster, and they had to keep weights on the lid because he would stack things up, and then he would hang from the lid and unlock it and get out all the time. They're smart little animals. All right, no pets. Nobody's going to have any pets anymore unless they're rescue cats and dogs, domesticated animals, right? Or live on a goat farm, and you can have goats that help you.
I'm not crazy in the way. First of all, I'm not crazy at all. Crazy, cool. But I am not just within reason. If you have a really beautiful habitat and it's a rat and you let it out and it comes that's fine, right?
Wait. A cute rat in a habitat? What are we talking about here?
If you have a large, wonderful habitat, maybe for certain animals but then you also let them out and you let them run around. I mean, maybe that would be a better life. It's that most people will put things like I did in an iguana in a 4x4 cage, and then it sits, and its whole life it's just sitting on a log, not running and not doing anything.
Right. I know. It's
and then
true.
the hamster that tries to get out is trying to get out for a reason.
Oh God, did this backfire or what? I'm so sorry, Joelle. Never do this again. Okay, I won't. It's a lot.
Do you want to talk about something else? I apologize. I don't apologize.
Do you know what a weenus is?
Yeah, that's what.
Do you
it's
know?
like the flap of foreskin on the Wii?
No? Guess again. We've talked about it on our show before.
Schmegma?
No. What's schmegma? Tell everybody what schmegma is.
It's Yiddish
For?
Well, it is supposed to be the stuff you need to get out of the folds of your skin if you have a uncircumcised wiener.
Very good. It's the ball and weenie cheese that
Joelle.
gets stuck in the folds. Okay,
That's
sorry.
disgusting.
That is not what a weenus is. Any more guesses?
It's a hat for Swedish people in the northern region. No.
Mm-mm.
It's a wind flag for small planes.
Yes.
Small airplanes.
I'm going to give you a hint. When you pinch it, you can't feel anything.
Your elbow skin.
Yes!
Yay!
The weenus is the elbow skin. You now have a name for that elbow skin story that you like to
kidding.
tell. No, I'm not kidding.
You used to call me weenus.
I know. Weenus. So there you go. We had to talk about it because it's part of our namesake. Yeah.
Also, folks, here you go. That is a real fun trick to play with your friends. You squeeze their elbow skin. You cannot feel it. It's real fun if you have nothing to do.
That sounds so. Just sit around a campfire and squeeze each other's elbow skin.
Yeah, if you run in a conversation, it's a real pick me up.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Weenus, would you like to talk about anything about you? Wrote a note. You have something that makes you feel queasy.
Oh, the macronesia.
Yes. Now, what is this? I didn't understand your note very well. I didn't try too hard, though. But do tell. Macronesia, what is this?
Well, I understand it to be, and I looked it up, and I think there's an actual phobia disorder. But the way that I experienced it was, okay, for example, it's when something should be a certain size and it's bigger than it normally is. So you get dizzy, kind of. It doesn't make sense to your brain. And I think it happened in Super Mario Brothers, like for the first time when we were playing Nintendo Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
And everything's real small and like this little dainty world. And then there's like a big world where there's a big mushroom and a big Luigi. And I would go, and it didn't make sense.
It made you queasy or dizzy.
Yeah, like doesn't.
What do you?
Yeah. Or if like someone has a screen, if they can't read really well on their computer screen and they have everything really zoomed in and it should be small, like a normal 100% on your Word, but now it's at 200, I'll go, ooh.
Wow. What is that from? Why? That's interesting.
I think maybe your brain just processes it like as that's what it should be. I remember it also happens the reverse if something's too... No, but little I like. It's the big that's weird.
Okay.
Like if you have a extra large spoon, that's what also did it. Like if your spoon's too big and you're eating soup and it's like...
Now, is it when things are asymmetrical too? Because my friend's son, when he was young... Oops, I dropped my phone. Yeah, if a cartoon would get like, the guy would get punched and his lip would get really big. Like the box trolls. Have you seen the movie The Box Trolls when he eats the cheese and his whole face blows up?
Oh, you made me watch that.
Yeah. He got real weird about stuff like that. He would have to cover his eyes and like leave.
See?
Is that the same kind of thing you think?
Probably like mom in the hospital when her jaw was... I mean, that's real personal and different, but...
Right.
Her jaw was really swollen and her whole face was, and we both like... turned green and went down the wall and almost fainted.
I know, we both had to lay down, put our head between our knees. Yeah, this happened with my kids.
Similar.
When I had my tooth out and I had all the swelling and then the bleeding. Well, it's, a big bruise under my eye. I got a big black eye and my whole jaw was purple. And Elliot was really weirded out. He came in and he made this big-eyed, like big teeth face and he's like, "Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
You look pretty." And then he would walk backwards out of the room. It was like so sad. And I let him off the hook. I didn't want him to pass out or anything, but dude.
Here's my psychological assessment of your son. He has a very sweet and gentle heart. He's the one that she wants to send to debate camp because he's a little fighter. Mm-hmm. But secretly, he's got the little sweet heart and he's overcompensating by being a tough guy. That's what I figured out.
Interesting. Yeah.
You don't
I could
agree?
see that.
He's a sweet soul.
I
No?
do. Yeah. I think he puts up a big thing. Plus, he's the middle kid. He has to compete with the attention with the baby and the big brother and stand out. And yeah.
But he cries when at orphans and movies. He'll cry, and then
he's
he
so
shakes
embarrassed
if
about that
someone's
now?
too loud. He
I
shakes. Or
yeah.
Is that a thing?
No, but it was so funny today. You said that because we went to La Jolla for lunch and we went and played out in the tide pools. Just thought we'd get the kids off screens and go do something in nature. And they were goofing around trying to catch little crabs. And he caught one. He had it in his hand, his flat palm, and it was tiny and it was running around. He's like, oh, look, cool. And he went to tip his hand and drop it back into the tide pool. But the thing didn't come off right away. It kind of hung on to the edge of his hand. And he did that shake thing like he used to do when he was a baby, like a little electrified baby. He was just like, yeah. And he did this yell, and I got it on tape. It's so funny. So I'll put that somewhere. I'll put that on Instagram. It's so cute. So yeah, he is highly attuned emotionally to things. Yeah. So
Highly sensitive kid.
Yeah.
That's how I was in a hard world.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember him as a baby, and we had to fight Toby's big older brother that would sock him and stuff, and he would get so frustrated and shake his arms and want to figure out a way to punch him back. And secretly, he's just a sweet little soul.
He is a sweet kid. He really is. And he's still cuddly. The other day, he was in bed, or he was just on my bed playing on his phone, and I was on my bed on the computer doing stuff. And then we ended up getting cold, and so we both like put the cover over us, and then we were both kind of like under the covers, like not weird. It's not weird, right? I'm the mom and the kid, and we're just hanging out. But it was cute. It was like going back to when he used to climb into bed with me when he was a toddler, and we just watched TV together, or whatever it was, and just
It's interesting
talk.
that you think, why would you say it's weird?
Well, I don't know, because they're also hitting puberty. So is this the point when it's just like, taking a shower in front of your kid? You're not supposed to do stuff like this.
I remember the day that Dad kicked me out of the shower because I think you're a little too old for this.
21, Weens. You got to get out now.
Oh, it was weird.
Well, I'm putting that disclaimer on there so it doesn't sound like weird. It was sweet. It's a cute, like,
yes, I
goofy,
love it.
cuddly
Your
thing.
kids
They're
all very sweet, by the way. I picked Elliot out just to prove my point. I don't know what. But they're all very sweet kids. And I like cuddling with them, and I like doing the bedtime stories at night. And all the kids will come in. It was my favorite. And Charlotte's bed, and all three of them came in, and we did the story game where you tell like a couple lines of a story, and you stop and let someone else pick up where you left off. And then we keep building a story. There's my storytelling coming out.
I know. You love it. You're so sweet
kids,
with them, too. You're the
they're
best
so
auntie.
creative, though, too.
Yeah, they love it. And they each have their own little thing, right? Charlotte always is like happy stories with animals, and Toby always wants to like kill everybody.
Toby murders everyone.
Yeah. And then what is Elliot's tag thing?
He's good. He's the middle child, so he keeps the bridge of the story going.
Okay. All right.
And he
good.
gets mad when Toby kills him. Every time Toby will bring in like some
destruction and
but it's really creative.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a really creative kid, so it's fine. Like it's interesting.
All the comic
They're
book
all
world.
very creative.
Yeah, it's fun. They're good.
So let me ask you this though: do you consider yourself a storyteller type, or what is your love? Like, you're asking me about songwriting, or about, like, my thing is putting a creative thing up on stage in some capacity, or out to the world, or what's yours?
I would say creating a legacy is my thing. Like taking real life and turning it into a podcast, an autobiography.
You're an archiver.
And a photo album, audio tapes, all the videos. I just want to have a collection of people's past story, their life. Like, I love that. I wanted to take genealogy, how to write somebody's autobiography or help them write a biography. We were going to start that company member where we interview people, or even those that know maybe they're not going to be around so much longer, and kind of get their life story on video. and archive it for the family. Like, I love all that stuff. So real life relationships, love, family, in some capacity.
Genealogy?
Yeah, genealogy. Do a whole family history book.
That's very interesting. It's just different brains and different. I find it really fascinating to get to the root of what the thing is that makes you most happy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Of course, it's everything. I guess in the sense of projects I'm talking about,
right?
And
nurturing too. I mean, I love gardening. I love, kids and helping them like learn things and remember things and go out into the world with this helpful nature perspective. I don't know, like.
I need to get in there and raise them up a little. Can I get in
yes,
there? Is it
please.
too late?
Yeah, kind of. No, I'm kidding. It's not. Never
Can
too late.
Can I bring them on, like do a Scared Straight and bring them into some neighborhoods and stuff? We got to get some, no, I'm just kidding.
Do it. Well, I think we need to do lots more volunteering and get them, get them in neighborhoods that they would not normally see and understand people's different lives and yeah.
Well, remember we did the podcast after George Floyd, and it was all of our friends who said, and they were all African American.
Yeah, just jump into different neighborhoods and cultures.
By the way, he was like, just say they're black folks. He's like, nobody says African. He's like, we don't like that.
Yeah, I know. I think it's...
But anyway, bring them into neighborhoods, bring them to dinner in different places, show some culture. So let's do it.
Right. Well, it is funny, though, because they do have a lot of friends. Not a ton, but honestly, they're very, like, skin color is not really an issue.
That's so good.
It really doesn't come up. Like, they will talk about a friend for ages, and then I finally meet them, and they'll be black or Indian or Chinese or whatever, and I had no idea. So they
Don't
really...
you feel like sorry.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. It never comes up, and they're like, no, we really don't see... the whole racism, everybody's just our friend. And when I do talk about stories, I was reading some of the Poway stories that do happen. They were like, Mom, that's awful. And I even said something once where somebody was left alone with them, and Elliot goes, Mom, don't you worry that they're going to do something with Charlotte, like, because he's learning in sex ed about child trafficking. And I go, Elliot, don't say that about these people. That's racist. He goes, Mom, I didn't say anything about race. You did.
Ooh, snap.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. That was racist.
They called me racist for something, too, which wasn't. I remember it was something, but they love to call people out, which is good.
Yeah.
We need this.
Yeah, they're very in tune with that in the community right now. But since they were kids, we never talked about that, except they would just make observations. They would say, oh, yeah, my friend, Joan, who she loves flowers. She's this. She has black hair. She loves the color purple. She sang that song. Her skin's like more brown. And they didn't have a word for it. They would just describe somebody.
Who is this?
I don't know. Any of my kids have talked about their friends this way, but they had such a variety of friends, and I don't know. So I feel like they're okay, but yeah, it would be nice to really get more entrenched in lifestyles and stuff like that too. And understand where people come from. Understand, and they do. They have a lot of friends that have little apartments and different homes, or different parent situations, together, divorced, working really hard because they
Do you have any same-sex couples that they're friends with, or?
In fact, my friend Stephanie, we want to bring on the show and have her tell her story. And as for friends at school that have like 2 moms or 2 dads, I don't know if they do.
I'm just curious. I don't know. They're very, kids are going to be brought up, and hopefully it's all going to just be a better generation. It feels like it is.
I hope so. I really hope so. And I've always said from day one, like, if you like boys or girls, like, it doesn't matter. We will always love you. And, I still throw that in there. And the boys are like, Mom, I think I'm pretty well set. Like, we like girls. But I'm like, hey, you never know. It's it could change, and it's okay.
Mom.
So I know. Stop pushing boys on me, Mom. Anyway,
I did read something in a class, and they said usually you kind of have a sense of what you want to do by the age of 3.
Yeah, you mentioned this in our
Steve
Peters interview. Yeah, I love that. That was cool. That it's kind of
which
already
is really cool to know that it's kind of intrinsic, folks.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Also, this school stuff, I just want to say, it's crazy. You have to learn all these concepts, and then they go in and out of your brain so quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, the words.
Yeah,
I think
myself being old.
No, you wrote notes down, though, so in the future we can talk about other terms and things you learned about, because I love all that you're learning. I really do. I think if I could go back to school, I'd probably follow a similar path. I think that's
Would
neat.
you?
Anthropology stuff. Yeah, I love that. Mm-hmm.
Anthropology? What do you think I'm taking?
No, you're sociology, psychology, anthropology. I don't know. I think of them
You
all.
know what? It's all kind of lends itself to each other. And there's this psychology, a lot of it goes to the evolutionary perspective, but it's your caveman theory, which brings us back to Cave Girl.
Cave Girl.
Hit song.
Full circle. Perfect timing.
I'm telling you, it's coming from, there's a lot of roots, folks. Roots.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Should we end it here? Roots. I think our time is up, folks.
Yes, we're done. We really went in circles today. Sorry about that. I did have an agenda that I guess I need to tighten up. We're going to work on our...
What do you mean? Hey, no apologies, girlfriend.
No? All right. I guess nothing's changed. This is how we are. We like to talk about lots of things. Welcome
It's called
to
the
our
ping pong
world.
session. Ping, ping, pa pong.
That's right. And you might glean little learning nuggets, but maybe not.
Probably not.
We're just friends. We just like
kidding.
talking. Sisters, you're part of the family. We enjoy the fact that you guys are listening. Thank you for listening to Mouse and Weens. We are on Patreon. If you would like to support us with a mere $5 a month, you can get free swag and cool stuff. Weens, we still have to design our cool hats. I saw our buddies over on Podfix, the Fish Nerds. They have super cool baseball hats. You guys go check them out if you would like. Speaking of fish and tanks, we'll put their promo on here too. We do love Fish Nerds. They're more of the outdoor fish type. So
I like it.
That's
Leave them
okay.
outdoors.
All right. And what else? Follow us on Mouse and Weens everywhere, social media. And do reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. mouseandweens@gmail.com. And I don't know, all the good stuff, mouseandweens.com. You can find everything there.
I do like PETA.
Don't tell Paul from Varmints, though. He does not like PETA.
No,
So-
a lot of people. Okay, we could cut it off here, by the way, but I just want to say, well, I do want to say that sometimes the pendulum has to swing to the other side to get notice.
Yes.
And then maybe it could go somewhere in the middle where it raises the consciousness. What's wrong with my mouth and tongue or tongue? And
Cat, got it?
cat. Anyway, consciousness is raised sometimes by at least some craziness, and at least someone is saying something, and we could fall in the middle of, we don't have to kill anyone. But
That's right.
you get it?
Yep, I got it. Let's be more conscious about our choices in pet stores. Go rescue and really think it through. We don't need all these silly little pets just to appease our children.
Which give up on them often very quickly, and we bring things in like, sugar gliders, hedgehogs, things like that. Ferrets they should probably not be in people's houses. I'm just saying.
Exactly. I know.
Unless you totally know what you're doing and you have a great environment.
But go volunteer at the Animal Rescue Museum and,
Yes.
take care of, like, the old possum that you found. You could be one of those people. I think that would be a good thing. So.
Our possum was full of fleas. That's another reason to keep them outside. Goodbye.
Okay. Gosh, longest ending ever. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, but before you end,
I want to
You
be
get
a
what I'm
cave
saying?
girl, a
I
cave
do.
girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Don't have to cut your hair. Don't even need to shave. Nobody will care. We all live in a cave. I want to be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. Don't worry when a car pulls up with windows tinted, 'cause in 2 million BC, cars hadn't been invented. I could be a cave girl, a cave girl, a cave girl. I want to be a cave girl where everything's great. ocean. You gave the world their fire. Time for a celebration.
Whether you're fly fishing in a stream, getting those ankles wet, or deep in the ocean casting nets, fish nerds, fish nerds, fish nerds, it's a podcast.
Just for the halibut!
Fried in a basket or broiled in a pan, eat it raw like you're in Siam, fish nerds, fish nerds, fish nerds. It's a podcast.
This was a podcast of the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.